We've been waiting for detail on this energy or proposed energy deal between the federal and state governments. This afternoon, we've got some breaking news for you with Andrew Clennell. Andrew, you've got some of this detail. Talk us through it.
I have, Kieran. So Sky News can reveal that the federal government is seeking to get New South Wales and Queensland to implement a cap on the domestic coal price of $125 a tonne and is about to announce a cap on gas prices of $13 per gigajoule. This is according to details of the plan released to the states overnight. The federal government at the moment is offering no compensation to the states for implementing a coal price cap, but saying that putting on a coal price cap is the state's responsibility. The New South Wales government is not focused, as I understand it, on getting compensation for royalties, but they are focused on consumers and are aware that implementing a $125 per tonne coal price cap would mean they would have to compensate coal-fired power generators who have already contracted coal at a much higher price. The New South Wales government also fears that coal companies could collapse if forced to provide coal to the generators at that price. We know this plan is set to go before National Cabinet on Friday, the proposal for these caps, but once again, just stressing, under this proposal given to the states, the federal government is saying, despite a promise it would act to reduce power bills, that it is the sole responsibility of the states to act on coal price in relation to this. And we know, Kieran, that coal price affects 70% of the cost of power bills.
So that breaking news now, the proposed federal government cap, requested cap on coal is $125 a tonne. Gas, they're going to announce a $13 per gigajoule. That's confirmation. That'll be the cap they'll announce. So give our viewers, Andrew, a sense of how those two caps relate to current prices.
Well, in terms of exports, we're seeing coal sold for as much as $600 a tonne. In terms of what's sold to coal-fired power generators, that is more around $200 per tonne. So you're still asking coal companies to take at least a 50% haircut in relation to this. On gas, we've seen it's been around $40 a gigajoule, and they're talking about a gas price cap of $13 a gigajoule. We've seen the odd commercial arrangement long term around that $12 a gigajoule, I think Santos and Brickworks, but essentially this should have an effect on gas and power bills if implemented. But I am surprised to learn that the federal government, in its first offer to the states at least, Kieran, has not offered any compensation to the states for implementing a coal price cap. So the federal government said, you know, we are going to fix this problem. We are going to reduce this power bill forecast increase from the budget of 56%. And yet essentially they're saying gas is our problem, coal, and therefore the majority of the cost of electricity is the state's problem.
So the question is, will that compensation be forthcoming? They've got the National Cabinet on Friday, Energy Ministers meeting tomorrow. Let's see. That's a core question, isn't it? Because you would think that will be pivotal to get those coal-producing states over the line.
I think so, but I mean, will it even get that far? Or will the state energy ministers turn up tomorrow and say, hey, you said you were going to fix this. We've got legal advice. You can put this cap on coal price. Why are we being made to foot the bill here and to foot the responsibility here? Or does Chris Bowen and Anthony Albanese move from here? Well, we can hand over $1 billion or we will compensate. It looks extremely messy on the coal price front. It's very difficult to see this, I have to say. I'll stick my neck out here and say, very difficult to see this resolved by Friday afternoon, Kieran.
Now, just to recap for our viewers tuning in, that breaking news of the proposed price caps. Been talking about this for a long time now, but you've confirmed that detail put to the states.
That's right. So a coal price cap, I understand it. The federal government wants the states to implement of $125 a tonne, around half of what's currently being paid by coal-fired power generators. And the federal government is proposing something they'd adopt unilaterally, a cap on gas prices of $13 per gigajoule, less than half of what is being paid currently.